Yeah, I'm recording. Okay, so revised standard quantity we need to calculate by standard quantity of one material divided by total standard quantity of all material into total quantity of actual quantity of all material. So we got it 10 divided by 50 into 30. So calculate how much you'll get.
6, sir.
6. Yeah. So you'll get 6 units. Okay. Now for B we need to calculate. So B, you see how much is standard quantity for B? It is 20. So 20 divided by 50 into 60. So write down 20 divided by 50 into 30. So calculate how many units you'll get.
minutes.
12, sir.
Yeah, it is 12 units. Next, you have to calculate for C. So how much is for C? Standard quantity, that is 20. So 20 divided by 50 into 30.
12, sir.
It will come same again. It will be same. It will be 12 units again. Got it, student? So we need to calculate like this. This is what we have to calculate RSQ, revised standard quantity. So now you can calculate material mix variance. So write down. So now we can substitute now to calculate material mix variance. So the formula is RSQ minus AQ into SP. RSQ we got for A6, B12, C12. And for AQ, that is the actual quantity, that is 5, 10, and 15. And then we have to multiply it by standard price. Standard price we know for A is 2, for B is 3, and for C is 6. Okay, so let us substitute now and calculate. Okay, so whatever I already told you, explained, I just substituted it. So now you calculate for A. How much are you getting?
2, sir.
Pardon?
2.
Yeah, adverse or favorable?
Favorable.
It is favorable. Yeah, next.
6.
6, sir.
6 again, favorable or adverse?
Favorable.
Favorable. Next for material C.
18. Unfavorable.
18 it is
Unfavorable.
unfavorable or adverse. Normally we call it as adverse.
Adverse.
Yeah. So now you please total all the three.
Minus 10.
How much?
Minus 10.
Minus 10. That is adverse. So material mix variance is minus 10. Understood how to calculate material mix variance? Next, we have to calculate what? Material cost variance. That is what he has given there in the question. Material mix variance we just calculated. Now we have to calculate material cost variance. So let us write down. So material cost variance, the formula is standard cost minus how much? Actual cost. So we already calculated, actually we can directly use this. So how to get standard cost? That is standard quantity multiplied by standard price. And similarly is actual cost, how to get actual quantity into actual price. Got it, student? So this already we have done in the table. Already we have done, we have multiplied quantity into rate. Okay, and we have added it. We got standard cost as 200. So the total standard cost of all the three material. Similarly, actual also we have done. Quantity into rate we have done. And then we have added, we got 150 as total actual quantity. So since we already done this basic calculation, I can directly substitute as standard quantity, standard cost as 200, actual cost is 150. Got it? So same thing I'm going to substitute now in the answer. So that is 200 minus 150. How much are you getting?
Minus 50.
50, sir. Plus.
Plus
Favorable.
Plus
50.
plus 50, that is favorable. Got it? So material cost variance is favorable. Okay. And then after doing this, whether what you have done is correct or not. Okay. So we need to do a checking. So how to do checking is, this is the formula. That is, my material cost variance should be equal to material price variance and material usage variance. If your left hand side is equal to a right hand side, then your answer is correct. Okay, student. So material cost variance, how much we got? 50 favorable. Okay. And how much we got? Material price variance. This is here, material price variance, MPV. How much? Minus 20. Minus 20. And then MUV, material usage variance. How much we got? 70. Okay. So let us calculate now. That is
100.
50 favorable is equal to 20 adverse plus 70 favorable. Yeah. So calculate now. Is your left hand side equal to your right hand side?
Yes, sir.
That is minus 20 plus 70. How much are you getting?
50.
50. So both the side is 50 favorable. So whatever you have done is correct. Okay. Understood, students? This is how you have to calculate material variances. Okay. So we have done material cost variance, material price variance, material usage variance, and then we have calculated material mix variance. Okay. These are very simple. Only thing, you should know the formulas and you should do the basic calculation, and then you can substitute in the formula. You will get the answer. So now we'll go to the next question. Question number 2 is very simple. You can do it as homework. We'll do question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 2, please you try it today. If you don't get, we'll do it later. Question number 3. Yeah. So I want someone to please read. Any one of you, please read. Anyone, please read question number 3 for us.
The standard cost of a chemical mixture is as follows. 30% of material A at rupees 25 per kg, 70% of material B at rupees 35 per kg. A standard loss of 10% of input is expected in production. The cost records for a period showed the following usage. 90 kg material A at a cost of rupees 20 per kg, 110 kg material B at a cost of rupees 38 per kg. The quantity produced was 182 kg of good product. Calculate all material variances.
Yeah, thank you very much. So here we have to calculate all the material variances. So here he has given us the standard cost of two chemicals, what they are mixing to manufacture a product. So they are mixing chemical A and chemical B, that is material A and material B. So he is using material A 30%. 30% is using material A and the cost is 25 per kg. And 70% material B cost is 35 per kg. And the standard loss of 10% of input is expected in production. The cost records for the period showed the following usage. So 90 kg material A at a cost of rupees 20 per kg, and this is actually the actual one. And then 110 kg material B at a cost of rupees 38 per kg. Okay, the quantity produced was 182 kg of good product. So calculate all the material variances. Okay, so he has given a standard quantity and standard price and actual quantity and actual price. But here the main important thing we have to calculate is standard quantity he has not given directly. What he has given? Percentage he has given. 30% of material A and 70% is material B. So how to calculate that material A and B value? Any idea? how to calculate 70% of A and 30% is A and 70% is B.
Sir, total amount is given, and total quantity is given 182. Listen, when
Yeah,
we
that is
multiply,
actual quantity produced of good material. Now that on that we cannot calculate because it is that actual output, that is good output, but there was also a loss also was there, because loss will come after you mixing it. So in the input you have a loss there. So we have to consider that loss also. Very simple. You have to see the actual mix. Actual A is 90 kg and actual B is 110 kg. So when you add both, how much you'll get?
200.
200. Got it? So on that you can calculate 30% of 200 is A, 70% is B. Okay? Because when you are doing input, there is a 10% of loss is there. So that is why we cannot take on the output. Output is 180 kg, we cannot take. Okay? So let us do it now. So you have to draw this kind of table to prepare the to do the basic calculations. Okay? So material A, B and C. So how to calculate that? We will show it in the working note. You can see there in the below. Are you able to see, students? So working note. So standard quantity for A we need to calculate. So we know that the actual quantity that is 90 plus 100, 110 is equal to 200. So now based on this we can calculate for A. So calculate how much you'll get?
60, sir.
60. Yeah. And next will be B will be 70% of 200.
140.
140.
40.
Okay. So now I got standard quantity and I know the standard price also is given directly here. Standard price is given 25 and 35. So no need to calculate. You can directly substitute. So read on what all we calculated. So we got 60 and 140 quantity. Price is given 25, 35. So now you multiply, you will get the total amount.
Sir, can you teach little bit slow?
Pardon me?
Sir, can you teach little bit slowly?
Okay, yeah. This you understood, no? Till now you understood? Hello? Till now you understood, no, Rima? Hello?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you show that working note?
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. So here we need to derive the standard quantity for material A and B. So how to derive that? We can derive it from the actual quantity. So actual quantity is given there. He has given us actual quantity 90 and 110. That is for A and B. Okay. So we need to calculate from the actual. So when I add this, I'll get the total quantity. That is what 90 plus 110 is 200 I got. Got it? So 200 when I get, how can from there I can calculate for A and B. So he says in that 30% is A and 70% is B. So for quantity A, I have calculated 200 into 30% and then we get 60 units. Similarly for B, 70%. So 200 into 70%, 140. Understood, Ma? Rima?
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So now I just substituted here 60 and 140 in the standard quantity. 60 and 140 and standard rate is given 25-30. I have taken directly. So when you add this total quantity, you will get 200. So now you calculate the amount by multiplying quantity into rate. Please multiply.
1500.
1000.
1000. How much?
1,500.
500, sir.
Yeah, 1500. Next, B you calculate 140 into 35.
4,900.
4,900. Yeah, now you calculate total
6,400.
6,000.
400.
6,400. Got it? But this I cannot take it as an output because when I'm doing input itself, there is a loss is there. So that loss we need to deduct. So how much is the loss is telling? You can read here. A standard loss of 10% of input is expected in production. So whatever I am putting in the as a quantity in the material, I'm not going to get the entire output. So there will be a 10% loss, and that too not in the output but in the input itself. So that we have to deduct. So now you minus that. That is 10% of 200. How much you'll get?
20.
Yeah. So that will be loss is 20. So now we can calculate the output. How much you'll get? 200 minus 20.
180. 180.
This is 180. Yeah. Do you understand this calculation? So the quantity what I am putting is not 200. It is actually 180 because there is a 10% loss. Okay. And amount will not change. Amount will be same. Amount will not change. Only the quantity is reducing is telling. But the moment you purchase it, you have to pay the amount. So rate will not change. That is why your total amount also will be same, 6,400. Okay. So that we are done. Now we have to do for actual. Actual quantity has given how much? 90 and 110 for A and B. Write down 90 and 110. So when I add, how much are getting?
200.
200. Yeah. And rate, how much is given? Material A is 20, B is 38. So substitute that 20 and 38. So please multiply with the respective rates and units. You'll get the amount.
1,800.
A 1,800.
1,800 is correct. Next,
4,110. 180.
4,180.
4,180. Now you total the amount column.
5,980, sir.
Yeah, 5,980. And here, how much is the loss here for actual?
10%.
No, I cannot take 10%.
It's 8. That it's sold for 182.
Pardon me?
So it's given for 182. Is it that?
Now what is 182?
The actual.
This is the actual output of a good material. Okay. So here you can see here, it is given 10% only for the standard, not for the actual. So I cannot calculate 20% of 200 here for actual, because we mentioned clearly it is a standard loss, not the actual loss. Got it? So actual loss can be more or less than this. Okay. But how to calculate now? How much is the actual loss? Anybody?
So 182 minus 200, and you calculate the percent on that.
200?
So 182 minus 200, and that percentage you have to calculate.
Okay, you're telling actually coming near to the answer, but not exactly. Yeah, the answer is there in the output. See, I am mixing 200 units of A and B, and output how much I got?
182.
Now output I know it is, I know the output. So if I minus that from the input, I'll get the loss.
That's 18.
Yeah, so 182. So you calculate now 200 minus 182, how much you'll get?
18.
80. Got it? Is it less than 10% or more than 10%? I mean, on the input.
Less than 10, sir.
Less
Less
than
than
10. Got it? So standard is 10%, but actually we got less than that. So it is good. Company is doing good. Okay. And totally will not change. Total will be same only. Total will be same. Totally will not be changing. Okay. Did you understand this calculation? Any doubt?
So,
Yeah.
so how you understood? So can you just explain again how you understood that 90, 10 and rate of 20 and 38 was actually actual, because in the question is not even mentioned actual or usual. So how do you understood that?
Which one? 90-10.
So the first one, like that 30% of material A
Yeah,
and
yeah.
70% of material B, understood that is standard cost.
Yeah.
So how you understood that the other one was actual cost? Like, is there any particular word which gives
So you can see here, no, the cost record for the period showed the following. So the meaning here you can derive from this sentence. It says the cost period for the period showed the following. That means in the record is recorded that this much is being used, and this is the cost and this is the quantity. That's what is recorded. When you are going to record? Only when it is actually done. Yes or no? Only when it is actually done. So this is what is actual. So I can differentiate between that and this. Here mentioned clearly as standard cost of chemical mix is so and so is given there. But here he has given the cost records for the period showed the following usage. Got it?
Yes, sir. So the record is actually,
this is
so
the
record is the
actual.
other word for usage also.
Pardon me?
So record is the other word for actual.
Yeah, record and the usage also is given here. You have to read the full sentence, not one or two words. So the records of the following period, okay, showed the following usage. So usage is done so much. So that means it is a actual. So when the word record and the usage is given, that is actual. Got it, Andrews?
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I missed out reading this statement. I thought you, I think somebody was reading, no? Pavitra was reading, right? Who read the question?
So me only, Jeevita.
Yeah, yeah. I thought you identified there. Okay. Okay, anyways, good for asking the question. Any other doubts? You understood now? So this, if you prepare the table, so a lot of your work is done. Now you can just apply the formulas and you can get the variances. Okay. So here he has not told anything. He is telling only to calculate all the material variances. So what are the material variances we have discussed in the morning? We have to calculate. Okay. So write down. First we'll calculate material. Yeah, now we have to calculate. Yeah.
Sir, that to 18 also is like 10% of 182, no, sir? That's not 18, no?
No. No. The question says 10% of the input. 182 is not input. No, 182 is output. That's why I told it is less than 10%. You read the question. What it says? It is a 10% of the input. Got it? It's not output 10%.
Okay, sir. So then how that 18 came, sir?
18 I minus did, no, from 182. Total quantity is 200 and output is good output. That means good product. That means I'm deducting the lost product. So I got 182. Got it? So again, 10% I cannot use because this is a 10% for standard, not for actual. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you have to read very, very careful, okay, the questions. This is standard loss is 10%, but actual loss, how much he has not mentioned. So we have to calculate. Okay. So now you can see there, the output is different now. Yes or no? Now standard is 180 and actual is 182. So you might have referred, you might have seen the formula. The formula says for material cost variance, it says standard cost for actual output. So we have to know the standard cost for the standard output, but we have to calculate standard cost for actual output. So this is what the formula requires. So we need to calculate that. Okay, because the standard is output is 180. Got it? This is 180, but actual we got 182. So there is a difference is there. So we need to adjust that difference. Okay. So first we have to calculate that. So how to calculate is very simple. So take the total cost, that is standard cost, 6,400 into the actual output, that is actual output of the quantity divided by actual standard quantity. Okay, so 6,400 into 182 divided by 180.
6,000.
Calculate. Yeah. How much are you getting?
6,471, sir.
Yeah, 6,471. Yeah. This is the standard cost of actual output. For output of 182, how much should be the cost? So the cost should be actually 6,471. But we got 6,400. Okay, so that is how we adjusted that to the actual output. So now we got the standard cost for actual output, and actual cost we already know. Actual cost is how much? How much will you take actual cost?
5,980.
Yeah, 5,980. Already we have done the calculation in the table. So directly we can take that. So substitute now 6,471 minus 5,980. How much
490.
you get?
491.
490. Adverse or favorable?
491, sir.
Yeah, adverse or favorable, I'm asking.
At favorable.
Yeah, it is favorable because our standard is less than the, our standard is more than the actual. So it is favorable.
So can you repeat that how you got 6,471, sir? 6,471.
Yeah, it is very simple. It's just I'll just show you 1 minute. We have to do a cross multiplication. See, for we got 6,400 total for how much output? 180. Okay, but my output, my actual is not similar to our input or my standard. Okay, so standard how much we got? Standard is 180 is output, but actual we got is 182. So we have to
Yes, sir.
calculate for standard output for actual output. Okay, standard quantity for actual output. So we have to
Okay,
do
sir.
cross multiplication. If it
Okay,
is 6,400 for 180, so how much is for 182? How much is for 182? We have to calculate.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So we
sir.
have to do just a simple cross multiplication.
Yes, sir.
182
Understood.
into 6,400 divided by 180. Cross
Okay.
multiplication.
Okay, sir.
Multiply these two and this you divide it.
Okay, so so just asking, if it was like less than 182, if it was less than 180, we won't do this, right?
No, whether it is less than or is more than. Only
Okay,
if
we
it
have
is
to do
not equal. Only if it is equal, you should not do it.
Okay.
Whether it is high or less, that doesn't matter. We have to do it. We
Okay.
have to do it whenever there is a difference between standard and actual.
Okay, sir.
It is not that I'm doing because it is more or less. Okay. Whenever my output is different for actual and the standard, then I have to do this. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that means I should have a same benchmark whenever I'm doing a variance calculation. If the benchmark is different, obviously the your variance will get more. That is why you have to do the adjustment. Okay. So it is already given the formula itself. The formula itself says it should be standard cost for actual output. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we got material cost variance. Next, we have to calculate material price variance. So the formula is standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. Okay. So since we have to do this material price variance, we have to do separately. For A and B, we have to do separately. So we will just go back and check how much is the standard price and actual price. So standard price for A is 25 and for B is 35. Okay, and for A actual is 20 and B is 38. Okay, and what else we need? Actual quantity. Actual quantity, how much is that? For A 90 and for B is 110. Okay, so let us substitute. So 25 minus 20 into 90.
450.
So calculate. For A, you calculate 25 minus 20 into 90.
450.
450.
450. Adverse or favorable?
Favorable.
Favorable. Yeah. Next, calculate for B.
Minus 330.
330.
Yeah,
Advance.
that is adverse. Yeah. Adverse 330. So now you calculate total
120. Favorable.
120 favorable. So material price variance is 120 favorable. Did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So next we have to calculate material usage variance or material quantity variance. So again, it is asking standard quantity for actual output minus actual quantity into standard price. Okay. So for A and B, we have to calculate now. So we have to calculate, you have to convert that standard quantity for actual output. So how to convert? Anybody? So A is 60. Okay. 60 is for 180. So how much is for 182? So we have to do cross multiplication. So how do you do cross multiplication? 60 is for 180 output, but actually 182. So how much is for 182 is a question mark. So to cross multiply 60 into 182 divided by 180. Okay. Same way we did here also, no, for the cost. Same way you should do calculate here also. So 60 into 182 divided by 180, and actual quantity is how much for A? 90. We'll just check it out, right or wrong. Yeah, A is 90, and then standard price is 25. So calculate how much you'll get.
1517, sir.
1000.
517.
Okay. No. Check once again how much you got.
So minus 733.
Yeah. See, first you multiply this and then divide. Then what are the answer you're going to get? Then you deduct 90 from that. And then you multiply by 25. So do it stepwise or else you'll get wrong answer. Others, anybody else? How much you're getting? Please confirm. All of you are getting minus 733.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now B, how to calculate for B? How much is B? Standard quantity. Standard quantity we have to calculate. So B is 140. So 140 into 182 divided by 180. And standard actual quantity is 110. And standard price is 35. Let us substitute now. So now you calculate
1104.
1104.
4.
Okay. Favorable or adverse?
Favorable.
Yeah. Others, how much are you getting?
Same, sir.
Same. Okay. So you are getting how much? 1104. 1014 favorable. So totally how much will get material usage variance?
371.
371. Adverse or favorable?
Favorable.
Yeah. So 371 favorable. Okay. So their cost got favorable for 491, and material price also is favorable, and material usage also is favorable. So that means the company is doing good. They're able to control the cost and quantity. Next, you have to calculate material mix variance. Yeah. So here, do we need to calculate RSQ? Revised standard quantity. There is no need to calculate here. I'll tell you, because the total standard quantity is same as total actual quantity. That means before calculating the loss, don't consider the loss. Before the loss, you check whether the standard and actual quantity is same or no.
Same.
It is 200 standard and actual also 200. So there is no difference. You have to calculate. We should compare before loss. Any loss, anything is given, before that you have to compare. Got it? So there is no difference in the quantity usage, whatever they used. So there cannot be any. They don't need to calculate the reverse and net quantity. RSQ they don't need to calculate. Okay. That is what I written there. So what to do now? If the RSQ we cannot calculate, then you can take whatever is standard quantity, you can take it as RSQ in the formula. Okay. So wherever RSQ is there, you can take the standard quantity only, and then you can go ahead and calculate. Okay. So let us calculate. The formula is material mix variance is equal to RSQ minus AQ into SP. Okay. Let us calculate for A. So how much is standard quantity for A and actual quantity and standard price? Standard quantity is 60, actual quantity is 90, then standard price is 25. So please calculate 60 minus 90 into 25.
Minus 750.
Minus
750.
7.
Adverse.
Yeah, adverse. Others, you're getting same. Rima?
Yes, sir. Same answer.
Yeah. Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Andrew,
Same.
you also got?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, similarly, we calculate for B now. So, standard quantity is 140, actual quantity is 110, and standard rate is 35. So, 140 minus 110 into 35.
1050. Favorable.
That, yeah, 1050 adverse or favorable?
Favorable.
Favorable. Yeah, 1050. 1050. So calculate the material mix total. Add both of that.
300. Favorable.
300, sir.
300
Favorable.
Favorable.
favorable. Yeah, 300 favorable. So material mix also they're doing favorably. The mixage of material A and B to manufacture a particular chemical also is good. Okay, so no need to worry much. Next, you have to calculate material yield variance. Material yield variance. So what is the formula to calculate material yield variance? That is actual yield minus standard yield. Actual yield minus standard yield. Okay. So that is MUV. So first we have to calculate the standard yield and actual yield. How much is standard yield and actual yield? Okay. So we already got the yield here. Yield is nothing but the output. So how much is the output here? Actual output is 182 and standard output is 180. So minus that. And then you have to calculate standard material cost per unit of output. So how to calculate this? Standard material cost per unit of output. Okay. So how much ever we got the total material cost, okay, divided by the output. Okay. So 6,400 we got total standard cost divided by the output. Output is 180. That is standard output 180. So you will get standard cost per unit. So 6,400 divided by 180. Then you will get the standard cost per unit. Okay. So standard material cost per unit is asking. So please divide that. So we know actual yield is 182 and standard yield is 180 and standard cost per unit you have to calculate. So total cost 6,400 divided by total output. Total the output is 180. The substitution, any doubt? Yes or
No,
no?
No, sir.
Okay, then calculate the yield.
71.11.
70.
1.1
Okay, adverse or favorable?
favorable.
Favorable. So 71.1 something will get. So 0.11 is less than 1, less than 5. So I didn't consider. So 71 you'll get favorable. Got it? So we have done all the variances: cost variance, price variance, usage variance, mix variance, and yield variance. So all the 5 we have done. Okay. So we have to check whether whatever done is right or wrong. So morning I told you, right, how to check it. My cost variance, material cost variance should be equal to material price variance and material usage variance. Okay. So this is one way of checking. Another checking you have to do is, since we have done all the 5, other one is we have to check your subvariances of usage variance. That is, material usage variance should be equal to material mix variance plus material yield variance. Okay, these two you have to do a checking to check whether you are done right or wrong the calculation. So material cost variance, how much we got, student?
491.
491. And material price, how much we got?
120.
120. And usage?
371.
No.
371.
371 favorable. Yeah.
Yes.
So 491 F should be equal to 120 plus 371. Let's see whether it's coming right or wrong.
Correct, sir. Same answer.
Yeah. So 491 is material cost variance, 120 F is price variance, 371 is usage variance. So when you add, your left hand side should be equal to your right hand side. Check.
Same, sir. 491.
Yeah. That means whatever you have done is correct. And we have to check even our sub variances of material usage variance. Okay. So material usage variance, we got how much? 371 favorable. And how much we got material mix variance? 300 favorable. And yield, how much we got?
71.
71. Yeah, 300 favorable plus 71 favorable. How much you're getting?
Same.
Yeah. So 300 F plus 71 F is, when you add this, you'll get 371. That is on the left hand side also. So both are same. That means whatever you have done is correct. Okay, students, any doubt?
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, when we calculate material quantity variance, why in this question why we take 60 into 182 by 180? The reason what's the reason behind that?
Because the output is different. Standard output and actual output is different, no? That is why. The standard output is 180 and actual is 182. That is the reason. If both are 180, then no need to calculate. Directly you can take the standard cost.
So in the
Got it, ma?
previous question, is it same?
Previous question?
Sir,
Yeah,
can you
whatever.
sir, can you compare to the previous question?
Yeah. Previous question, he has not given the quantity for us, how much quantity he has manufactured. Okay, so that is why we don't need to calculate for that. Previous question. Got it, ma?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Previous question, what happened is the output he has not given us. How much is the output? Only he has given the quantity and the prices of standard and actual, but how much is the actual output? How much is standard output? We don't know. Okay, so when we know the output, then only we can calculate that. Got it? That is why for the
Yes, sir.
first question, we didn't calculate that.
Okay, sir, got it.
Yeah. So output is very important. You have to see whether output is given or not. Okay, if output is not given, you can take the the standard only. Whatever is given for standard, we can take it for the actual output also. We can take same thing. Clear? Okay. Any
Yes,
other
sir.
question?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I didn't get how to do material usage variance, sir.
Metal usage variance. What are the doubts, ma?
I didn't get that how to do.
How to do?
Yes, sir.
If you
Calculation.
see the formula says standard quantity for actual output. So standard quantity I know, but for actual output I don't know, because standard quantity is 60. That is for material A, it is 60. But it is for 180 output. But how much is actual? Actual is 182. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is why we have to convert that. See, 60 is for 180 output. Yes or no? So now how much is if the output is 182? If the output is 182. Output is actually, this is the actual output. So it is not matching, right? If the output is 182, obviously the material A will be more than the 60. Yes or no? Because they have to use more material to get that additional 2 units extra output. Obviously, they have to mix more material of A. Got it? That is why I have to do a cross multiplication. So 60 into 182 divided by 180. I will get how much is for 182. So how much will get? Can you calculate? Anyone? Anyone calculate and tell me how much you're getting? 60 into 182 divided by 180. How much are you getting?
60.66.
Yeah, 60.6667. That 0.667 actually makes a more difference. Got it, ma? So standard quantity for a given standard quantity is 60, but for actual output, when I want to convert it, it will become 60.66. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Similarly, you can even calculate for 140 also. That is material B. See 140 into 182 divided by 140. How much you got? 141.556. Got it? So earlier it was only 140. Now it is 1.55 is more, almost approximately 2. So 2 units are needed more to produce 182 output. Got it, ma?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
That is
sir.
why we have to do this cross multiplication. This is actually we are doing all this because we know the output. The moment in the question output is not given, no need to worry. You can directly take only the standard quantity. That is what Rima was asking. Why we didn't do this for question number 1. Clear? Done? Shall we go to the next question? There is no any doubts. Students? Anybody want to ask any doubts? Okay, if nobody is asking, then I assume it's no doubts. We'll go to the next question. So question number 2, can you try this as homework? At least you'll get an habit, okay, whether you understood or not, you please try this. So material cost variance, only 3 you have to calculate: cost variance, price variance, and usage variance. And here there are no different, only one material is given. Okay. So he has given us the quantity of material purchased 3000 units, and the value of material purchase is 9000 units. Okay, and standard quantity of material required for 1 ton of output is 30 units. Standard price of material is given 2.5. Okay, and opening stock is not given, and closing stock is 500, and the output during the period is 80 tons. Okay. So what is missing? What we need actually to calculate all this? I need standard price. Standard price, I know how much? 2.5. Yes or no? Actual price, do we know how much is the actual price per unit?
Sir.
We can calculate it. We can calculate by this. The value of material purchased divided by quantity purchased. That is 9000 divided by 3000. How much will get?
3.
2.3.
3. Yeah, 3 rupees will get. That is the actual price. And then he is telling How much is output during the period? 80 tons. Okay, 80 tons is the output. That is the period during the period, and standard quantity of materials required per ton is 30. Okay, per ton is 30. So you have to calculate that. You multiply this, you'll get the total standard quantity. You'll get 80 into 30. You have to multiply. Or you want me to do it? I'll do it. If you're getting confused, 1 minute. I'll show you only half of the calculation. Remaining you can do it. So I need actually for any problem, I need standard price, standard quantity. Okay. So I know the actual purchase is 3,000 units and the value purchase is 9,000 rupees. Okay. So when I divide that, I'll get what? How to calculate actual price? The actual amount purchase divided by value. That is 9,000 divided by 3,000 units. How much you'll get? Just now somebody told 9,000 divided by 3,000. 3 rupees. Yeah. And standard price, is it given? Yes, given directly. Standard price. How much he has given? 2.5. Then only to calculate. He has given directly. You can see here it is given 2.5. Okay. So I got actual price. I got standard price. Next is what I need? Quantity. Standard quantity and actual quantity. So standard quantity, how to calculate? I know the total now units per tons produces 80 tons. And how much is required for producing 1 ton? That is 30 units. So these two you have to multiply. Okay. Standard quantity material required for per ton 30 units. So 30 into 80. How much will get?
2,400.
Yeah. Pardon? 2,400. Correct? 2,400. Next, how to calculate for actual quantity? Anybody? How to calculate for actual quantity? You can see the formula he has given there. Any formula how to calculate actual quantity? Actual quantity used. Anybody? It's very simple. Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Remaining will be the actually used quantity. Yes or no? So I know the opening stock is given nil. I know the purchase is 3,000 and closing stock I know 500. So please substitute.
2,500.
Yeah. So opening stock plus purchases minus the closing stock. So opening stock is nil, purchase is 3,000, closing stock is 500. So how much will get?
2,500.
2,500. Got it? So now I got standard quantity also. I got actual quantity also. Clear? So all the data we have, you have to just put the formulas and calculate. Okay, student, will you calculate? From there, I think you can do it. Can you take a screenshot so that I can go to the next one? So please calculate material price variance, quantity variance, and usage variance. That's the homework. Okay. Did you take the screenshot? Please take screenshot. Anyone? And you can put in the group. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. That you can do it as homework. You have to calculate only 3: material price variance, cost variance, and usage variance. Now we'll go for one more variance, that is labor variance. So as we have a variance in the material, similarly we have in the labor also, because our total variance will be consist of material variance, labor variance and overhead variance. This I already showed in the beginning, in the morning. Okay, so we have done material variance. Now we'll do labor variance. Okay, before we go, let us understand what are these different variances. And here the analysis of labor variance is actually quite similar to material variances. And what are the reason for labor variance? It can be change in design and the quality of the standard of materials. Okay, the what they are manufacturing. So suddenly there is a difference in the change in the design. So labor, they need some time to understand, to practice it, and to get out the same quality what they expected as per the standard. And poor working conditions, that is very, very important. If the working conditions are not good, so the labor cannot do a proper output. So the performance will not be up to the standard. And improper scheduling, they're not done proper scheduling of their job. Okay, or maybe the employees are getting overloaded by a lot of work. So what happened? Their output will be very less, or their performance will be very not efficient. And then improper placement of labor. You're putting him in a different department where he is not qualified or is not talented. He doesn't have the skills, or increments or high labor wages. Okay, they're giving less wages or high labor wages, less or high or increment. Okay, so whatever, it will affect their labor's performance. And sometimes it is overtime also. Okay, when they are asked to do overtime, okay, then what happened? Their efficiency will come down. Okay, similarly, here you can see we have again 5 variances like your material variances. So labor cost variances is also same, standard cost minus actual cost. Here in the formulas only change in your SQ will become SH. That means your quantity will replace by the hours, the number of hours the employee is working. Okay, and the standard rate, actual rate will not change, it will be same. Wherever you see SQ, that is quantity, you have to use now hours, standard hours and actual hours, and the remaining formulas will be same. Okay, so the labor cost variance will be standard cost minus actual cost, and then labor rate variance will be standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. Earlier in the material we had actual quantity, now it will be actual hours. Okay, student. Similarly, efficiency variance, standard hours minus actual hours into standard rate. And idle time variance, it will be idle hours. That means the idle time when the employees are not working anything, that's idle time, and standard rate. So idle time will always be unfavorable. Why? Because idle time means it's a loss. The employees are saying 10 minutes, the employees are idle. That means what? They're not doing any job. That means it's a loss for the company. That is why your idle time variance will always be unfavorable. Okay, even though when you calculate you may not get negative answer, but still you write as unfavorable. Clear, student? And labor mix variance, that is what you have to calculate. RSH, same like earlier we did for material variance, you have to calculate here also. Earlier we calculated revised standard quantity. Now we have to calculate revised standard hours, you have to calculate. So standard hour of one grade of employee or the employees divided by total standard hours into total actual hours. Okay, we'll get the RSH, and then you minus that from actual hours and multiply with standard rate. You will get the labor mix variance. And revised efficiency variance, again standard hours minus revised standard hours into standard rate. And yield variance, it's also same, actual yield minus standard yield from for a given output into standard labor cost per unit of output. Okay, so all these formulas I already shared. It is there in the PPT in the LMS. I think you can download it after 5 o'clock, right? Or you're able to download, anybody downloaded the PPT? Students?
Yes, sir.
You already downloaded, okay. So please write down these labor variances. Tomorrow we will solve the labor variances. Okay. Okay, student, I think your time is up. I'll not take much time.